Barcadians, and welcome to another edition of Gaming News Weekly, your weekly gaming news show with your hosts, as ever, me, Tabs, my good friend and channel companion, Rich. Say hello, Rich.
Hello!
This is like the 40th time we've tried to record this episode for you, Barcadians, so if you can see steam coming off our heads, that's why we're a little bit frustrated with the technical issues we've been experiencing. But Barcadians, you know the score, you know what we do. For anybody new to the channel, new to the show, we basically pick 3 of the juiciest stories in any given news week in the games industry and crunch into them with you, sharing our thoughts, discussions, and then we finish off with what we call an everything else round, which is really just to rattle off everything else we couldn't feature in too much detail, but just to give you the headlines. But before we do that, we always speak about and regale you with our gaming travails and stories in the week just gone, if in fact we have been playing anything, because we both work full-time and have busy lives. But Rich, I think you have been playing a little bit of Farming Simulator on these many recordings we've attempted.
Exactly. So
tell us what your thoughts are there.
I played, I probably played an hour or so this week, on Sunday I think, just mopping some stuff. I'm sort of done with it really, if I'm honest. I've sort of got to the point where I've done everything that I want to do. There's no real challenge left now. I think I said last week I would love just to pack everything up, sell everything and move to another place and set up a new farm there, but I don't think you can do that, or if you can do that, I don't know how to do that.
You want to become a traveller, a farming traveller.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I think that's pretty much me for this week. What else? I've watched the Book of Boba Fett. That's probably the thing I've done mostly this week, and we've spoke about that at length. So what about you, Taz? What have you been playing?
I did say, didn't I? Destiny 2. I was saying before that basically I'm getting a bit sick of Call of Duty. Tend to play that once a week on a Thursday with my friend in Cumbria, and I just thought we need a new venue, we need something new, so downloaded Destiny 2 free to play on PS5 and just been kind of enjoying pushing that along. It's all about the grind and character progression, but there's a lot more story and lore around it, just to give it a little bit more flesh on the bone than Call of Duty, which is very transactional, it feels to me. But mate, while our signal is still just about alive, should we crack on into the news?
Absolutely, let's do this.
First story, Nintendo Direct. So of course we've got a bit of a surprise Direct drop this week. This article comes from Nintendo Life. This is what they had to say, and then we'll dig into it, because I think we've both got different opinions on this one. So yesterday, Nintendo delivered its first Nintendo Direct presentation of 2022, a jam-packed 40 minutes of new announcements, old favourites, and more than one finally moment. Below, you'll find the video of the full Nintendo Direct February 2022 presentation, plus every individual game announced with a trailer and a link to our more detailed coverage, said Nintendo Life. So I'm not going to detail everything, mate, but I'll just go through what I think are the biggest announcements, I suppose. So Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, June, Advance Wars 1 and 2, Reboot Camp, 8th of April, No Man's Sky sometime this summer, Mario Strikers Battle League in June, Splatoon 3 in summer, skip along a few, Chrono Cross getting a remaster in April, Kirby and the Forgotten Land 25th of March, skip a few again, Nintendo Switch Sports, that was a bit of a surprise one, 29th of April, we expect that. And then one of the other big ones was...
Who knows? We'll never know, Barcadians. We will never know what the other big one was, because he's died. Oh no, he's back.
Oh, I'm back again. I was talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh yes.
The 48 tracks.
Yes.
You're going to have to float this, Rich, as I dive in and out.
Exactly.
But yeah, and finally we finished, didn't we, mate, with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I was intrigued by. But mate, let's throw to you first. What was your take on the whole Direct? And a score out of 10.
I think my parting shot from the Direct was how poor the voice acting is in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I mean, it literally is like me and you just in a room voice acting it. It's awful.
On our iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was left underwhelmed. Tabs gave this I think he gave this 11 out of 10 because he was that impressed with it. No, I think Tabs said to me it's sort of a 7 or 8 out of 10. I was less impressed with it. I think there's some good things here. I think the Switch Sports looks really good. I think they look like they've done a good job there. It sort of looks like sort of a more modernised and with some additions to Wii Sports, so that's kind of cool. I did think the Kirby game looked interesting, although it did look like they'd taken the formula of Mario with Cappy and sort of turned it into sort of a Kirby game, which, to be fair, it looks really good and lots of fun. Looks like there's quite a bit more depth there as well. Like you can upgrade some of the sort of Cappy options that are in there, which I thought was interesting. But apart from that, I just felt like we were seeing lots of ports, rehashes, and like remakes rather than anything particularly groundbreaking. And I think, you know, I love Mario Kart. It's a brilliant game, but I've sort of done with Mario Kart 8. You know, is bringing a load of new courses going to make me want to play it again? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Tabs.
Yeah, I think it was kind of 3 parts to it. We got a lot of we got quite a bit of ported shovelware I described to you, didn't I? Where it feels like these lazy ports. You know, you can see in some of these trailers the frame rate just looks rough.
Yeah. You've gone again. Tabs has left the building. He has left the building.
Am I back again?
Yeah, you're back.
Right, so there's also a bit of churning going on with a lot of the franchises and series where Nintendo are just milking those fan bases, clearly. And then there was a couple of standout, you know, they're more avant-garde attempts at new games, new concepts. So I suppose I would say Kirby did stand out for that reason, like you say, very Cappy Mario-esque, but
we'll never know what he said. We'll never know.
Back again. Yeah. I'm back again.
Yeah.
So basically, this is a train wreck. So yeah, with Kirby, I was actually impressed by the scope we saw. I didn't realise it was perhaps quite so ambitious as what it looks to be. My concern is that the ideas seem very. They're very all over the place, and I just worry about the.
We'll never know what it's worrying about. Oh, I'm sorry, Barcadians. The internet, for some reason, is not playing ball with us this evening, which means Tabs is intermittently dropping out, and I'm having to fill on the cuff.
Mate, let's move on. Suffice to say, yeah, I thought it was an 8 out of 10. Didn't hit loads of marks for me personally, but I could see how there was enough there to please certain crowds and to deliver, a fairly robust direct for them. But I totally hear what you're saying. I didn't have Metroid Prime 4, didn't have Breath of the Wild 2. I was personally a little bit disappointed with that. Take us on to story 2.
Yeah, just to finish that, I do think if they'd have dropped something, and I think we said this in the previous direct, something about Breath of the Wild 2, it would have, I'd have been glowing on it. But it's the fact that they haven't, and it's what we're all there sitting expecting, that I think maybe dampens it for me. But anyway, story 2. Let's move on before the internet dies altogether. So, GTA 6 is real, and PC Gamer had this to say. We knew it was happening. I mean, obviously it was happening, but now it's official. Rockstar has confirmed that a new Grand Theft Auto is coming. With the unprecedented longevity of GTA 5, we know many of you have been asking us about a new entry for the Grand Theft Auto series, the studio said in the latest Grand Theft Auto community update. With every new project we embark on, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered, and we are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is well underway. We look forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned to Rockstar's Newswire for official details. There's no indication of a release target, although the great likelihood is that it's still a long way off. In January, analysts predict that Grand Theft Auto Game wouldn't come out until sometime in Take-Two Interactive's 2024 fiscal year, dropping in sometime between April the 1st, 2023 and the 31st of March 2024. So I think this was interesting. I can't remember a time when Rockstar didn't just drop a trailer announcing that they're making another Grand Theft Auto, whether it be a website they set up. I can't remember a time when they've ever gone, we're making a Grand Theft Auto. So I think this is interesting, and I think they've probably had to come out and do something on this, because obviously talk started to go rife that it was happening and stuff. So I think they've had to do something. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. I think this is a couple of years away, but it would be nice to see a trailer this year, even if just to unlock, you know, some hype on it. So what do you make of this, Tabs, if you can get through? He can't get through, BArcadians, he's gone. So we'll never know what Tabs thinks on this story.
Right, I'm back in again, real quick then. So yeah, basically, I just feel like the way they drop this makes it more sound like it's purely for earnings. Purely to try and pump up the share price again. Because if they don't drop it with a trailer, there's just no fanfare behind it. There's no real, you know, it's not been prepared for us as gamers to really enjoy. So it just, yeah, I don't like the fact that they do this, to be honest. I'd rather than not tell anything until we actually...
Yeah, I completely agree, mate. It's one of those. It's so underwhelming to say we're making a game, but detail nothing about it, no trailer or anything. So yeah, I think it's one of them. If they'd have dropped a trailer, this would be everywhere. Everyone would be talking about, wouldn't they? But whereas you say, just saying we're making a game is just a way of going, oh, we don't need to worry about Take-Two, which we have been a bit worried because there's people left, and you know they seem like they're concentrating on making sure you know, GTA Online is a fantastic financial, you know, bank account filling. So yeah, I think it's interesting. It's obviously very strategic. I'm not sure whether Tabs has anything else to add.
Oh no! Am I here? Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Right, really quick. But it's really interesting because we love GTA and we want the series to continue to grow. We know they've had some internal strifes, so hopefully they can, you know, create the best version of Grand Theft Auto yet in this next instalment. You know, maybe 23, 24, we don't know. Anyway, mate, shall I move on to the next story before I drop out and you pick up where I leave off?
Excellent. So Sifu review roundup instantly drops out right at the start.
And Metacritic are currently giving it an 80 score. So we've got 3 reviews to rattle off to you. Rich might have to do the lion's share of the work on this. Game Rant gave it a 90. And they said, Sifu is one-of-a-kind roguelike that marries an agent to sublime mechanics, and technically it tries its best to avoid feeling that time has been wasted. Many reform standout titles, one of the more impressive versions of it. Sifu players are actually getting better at getting rich.
So, hopefully that sort of came across. That was quite robotic. Hopefully you understood what he said there. Nevertheless, if you didn't, Game Rant thinks it's pretty good and gave it a 90. Ju Video gave it an 80. And they said, Sifu is a vibrant and powerful tribute to the martial arts. Slow Clap undoubtedly masters its subject. Oh, hang on a sec, I'm going to have to restart this. Tabs, this has become a car crash.
Slow Clap undoubtedly masters its subject in the genre in which the title fits. In just 2 games, the Parisian studios demonstrate their know-how in the field and in fact become recognised artisans of the video game fight. This beat 'em all hits hard and with conviction and perpetuates this noble art of kicking in a demanding and inspired quest for revenge. The title of Slow Clap, due to its raised difficulty, is intended
tenacious, even relentless players, and could discourage more than one, but learning martial arts requires self-sacrifice and self-control like Sifu. Interesting.
I'll take it straight on from there. Game Informer gave it a 73. They said, like a 20-year-old competent Sifu comes out of the gate strong. Its core combat feels excellent, and the moment-to-moment action looks better than most Hollywood blockbusters. Sadly, as you progress, the action begins to show its teeth and eventually becomes a tiresome grind. Sifu deserves props for its incredible sense
of style and tone, but it's also a great example of why growing old isn't always fun. So I would say a good mix of reviews there, highs and lowers. I think this game looks really good and looks like a lot of fun to play. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it. It's one of those, there's so many games coming down the line that I feel like I'm going to have to invest a lot of time in. Elden Ring, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon in literally like a week's time, that I'm not sure I'm going to have time to give this the time this needs. So maybe this will be a purchase later on in the year when the games market quietens down a little bit. What about you, Tabs? Are you excited for this one?
It's a bargain bin grab for me. As much as I admire what they've done, and I think there's a lot to clearly write home about, it doesn't feel like it's, again, like we've said with certain other games, the final evolution, if you like, of this particular formula. So I'm really intrigued by it, would love to play it at some point, but equally as well, I'm not ready to bash my head against a brick wall for a few months, a few weeks before with the likes of Elden Ring and Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's just bad timing for me, I would say, and I'll be looking to pick this up when it's maybe, 10, 20 quid.
Nice. So let's just finish off with everything else. I've sort of taken over Tabs' mantle of presenting this week, so we're going to get into it. So first up, we've got Bully 2 apparently in the works, which is very exciting.
Microsoft exec wants to bring Call of Duty games to Switch and extend beyond current contractual agreements to continue bringing it to PlayStation. Very worried about antitrust laws, I think.
Yeah, the cynic in us says that it's all to ensure that the deal goes through. Sony AI's first major product is a fast-learning Gran Turismo racer, and I believe they've dropped a video on that somewhere online, so if you're interested in that, go check it out.
Awesome. And then lastly, Hogwarts Legacy could be aiming for a September launch.
Cool, excited for that.
So BArcadians, not our best episode ever, but at least you know how much we care, and we try our best even in these trying times to get a video out for you. Thank you very much
for watching the show. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like, and if you're new here, give us a subscribe, because we'd love to have you on board with the car crash that is Gaming News Weekly. Tabs, finish us off.
Go and watch all the other episodes, BArcadians. This is such a train wreck, but our passion is there if nothing else. Like and subscribe. See you next time, where hopefully it'll be a lot better than this. Another one for the archives, Rich.
Stamped and completed.